Sometimes people come into my practice or come into my students' practices are aware of one issue, but they don't see how it ties to another issue. Let me give you an example. I have worked with clients who deal with anxiety issues for years and years and years and years. There's not a time in my practice that I don't have clients who are there because they want to address their anxiety. It's our own little pandemic, isn't it? We seem to do anxiety like we drink water. So, what goes along with anxiety? Often digestive issues, irritable bowel, low digestive fire, Crohn's disease, diverticulitis, just any number of digestive issues. And oftentimes, what I will do with a client is say, when you're anxious, where do you feel it physically in your body? And 9 times out of 10, when a client describes their anxiety, their hand goes to their guts. That's where they feel it. So what they're telling themselves is that their emotions are affecting their physical body. So what do we do about that from an energy perspective? Well, one of the beautiful things about being a practitioner trained at EHI is that you learn how to address both the emotional body and the physical body. And what we learn at EHI is that there is always an astral, an emotional component associated with physical disease. So it's not that one causes the other, it's that one influences the other, contributes to the other. Now, over time, people with anxiety, it tends to escalate, it tends to grow. Some of that has to do with energy regulation issues, and some of that has to do with the world around us and how we've learned or not learned coping mechanisms, coping behaviors. However, what's important to know is that this is not a life sentence. This is not something that can't be evolved and even resolved through a commitment to both energy regulation and energy clearing. Because part of what happens when the digestive system is informed or influenced by anxiety is that those emotions are suppressed. Because how comfortable is it to walk around in a heightened state of anxiety? Not very. And you have to function in your life, right? You have to go to work. You have to get the kids to school. You have to go to the meetings. You have to meet the deadlines. You have to do the things. So oftentimes what happens is we become perhaps unconsciously aware of the heightened state of emotional being, in this case, anxiety. We suppress it, and it moves down into the energy system of the physical body. So as you learn to clear the anxiety from your emotional body, you lighten the burden on your physical body. And as the physical body's burden is lightened, the symptoms decrease and can even fully resolve. So always know that whatever is happening for you emotionally could potentially have an implication on your body physically. And doing that work to work with what is going on emotionally can so beautifully support your body healing physically.